back, man. So, peace and love to all. So look, I love to sit out in my backyard. You hear me? See this little area right here? It's just like my little oasis. You know what I'm saying? It's my little sanctuary. Yeah, I'm getting ready to hook it all up too. Make it real pretty, right? You know what I mean? If this was my land, my property, I'd have a little waterfall back here, a fish tank, all of that. I'd have it really nice. I do things like that, right? On my own land, right? And if you have a good rapport with your landlord and your neighbors, right? You don't have the kind of neighbors that you got to worry about won't be coming over there and stealing your fish. You know, taking water out there. Hey, man, my fish ain't got no water. They just in here all dry. No. You know, but I'm just saying, though. As long as you got good neighbors, you know. I know I got to make things funny. That's what we do. I'm here to give you the real, and say the shit that people won't say. But keep it funny, okay? Respectfully. Now, so, I like to be in my backyard, right? It's my peace of mind. Listen. You hear that? What y'all hear? You hear all those birds? It's like 3 different birds going on right now. There's one over here. Here, he chirping. There's another little bird over here somewhere. He chirping every once in a while. See, yeah, nature. But you know what I noticed, though? And I don't know what that's about. I'm going to tell you what I think that's about. They done scared y'all. They done scared y'all so much, some of you all. You're scared of nature. You're so scared of nature that you don't even voyage or venture in your own backyard. And not only that, for a lot of you, you just like to be out in the open. You just got to be seen. Somebody got to see you. Somebody got to see you because somebody has got to see you. You know, y'all know my thing. Look at my new shoes. Look at my pretty shoes. You need somebody to see them pretty shoes, right? You need somebody to tell you look nice today because you still don't know how to tell yourself you look good today and be glad with that. Be happy with that. You need someone else to tell you that, so you got to be out in the open. But you have a perfectly good backyard that you can possibly turn into your own oasis. That's what I do. Because I'm not going to hold you. I told y'all I live in the hood. I ain't ashamed to say that. Because my house is beautiful. But my neighborhood is what they would call hood, right? You hear the ambulance in the background, who knows where they going. But anyway, you know, and it's getting better. It's getting better. Talking for that, because it's getting better. So thank you for that. But yeah, people don't like to sit in their backyard. Y'all want to always be out in the front. Always got to be all exposed and seen and heard and loud. Why? That's why you're always saying so much crap. Because, see, now, I don't know, but I remember, you know, back in the days. And this was in the South. Because when I was in Brooklyn, New York, we ain't had no backyard. I mean, the building had a backyard, but we didn't use it. Okay, it wasn't nothing back there but concrete. Okay, that's it. Concrete and bricks and concrete. Okay? So, yeah, grass and all that, yeah, no. Not in Brooklyn, New York, not where I was. No. So, but in South Carolina, while I was down there with my grandparents and my aunts and all of them, yeah. So, down there, growing up back in the 70s, or the 80s, really, yeah, people utilize their backyards, especially in the South. I noticed that. In the South, People utilize their backyard. The kids played in the backyard. You didn't send your kid. You didn't really. If you had a backyard back in the day, you didn't send your children out in the front to play. You sent your children in the backyard. Because in the backyard, you know they were safe. They in your backyard, you peek out that window at them every so often. But you knew they were safe. You knew that you ain't had to worry about no pedophile, no predator in their face bothering them. You knew you ain't had to worry about stupid ass Craig and them pow, 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 start shooting up the block. Your baby was safe in the backyard. But now, I'll be like, what's the matter with, what? I don't know, maybe it's me. Is it me, y'all? Is it me? It might be me. It might be me. Maybe I'm getting too old. Yeah, maybe I'm getting too old. Because I just be thinking like this nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? I sit back here. I got all the peace in the world, you know? Every now and then somebody might pass by on their way to the upside, say hey, and keep pushing. You know what I mean? But look at that. And I'm around the trees and around nature. Check, look. You know, I got the big pretty tree right there. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm surrounded by, you know, a little nature and all that going on here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, it's like, I don't understand why more y'all don't be wanting that. You know what I'm saying? It's like the spell has gotten so surreal for some of you all. I have to say you all because I'm not a part of that equation. Okay? But the spell has gotten so surreal for some of you all that you actually think that's normal to want chaos, to want there to be noise. Let me tell you something. Do you know that I had a neighbor one time told me that it had gotten too quiet over where they was at. Yeah, it had gotten too quiet over by where they were. And you know, they needed to move somewhere where there was a little more excitement, a little more popping. See what I'm saying? And everywhere they went, it was always just noisy around them, always just noisy. Oh, that's the flash. I thought that was a speaker. Yeah, it was just always noisy around him, right? And I used to just be like, wow, man. What's up with people like that? And then I start to notice that nobody goes to sleep anymore. Like, you know, and I'm talking about the 80s, even maybe the 90s, until around the later 90s, 2000. Somewhere around, 2000, after 2007, 2005, everything got lit. Yeah. But, all before that, going back to like the 80s, certain time of night, the block wasn't all so loud. Even in the hood, though, I'm talking about, y'all. The blocks wasn't so loud. People started to kind of disperse. Of course, you still had some people out and about, especially if you was in New York. New York City is the city that never sleeps. The Big Apple, right? So, yeah. But, I mean, for the most part, I'm saying, though, it wasn't so much like traffic after 12. But what I find nowadays, and this is even with the younger generation, it's a lot of traffic going on even after 12. So my thing be like, well, when do y'all sleep? Maybe that's why y'all so wound up and revved up all the time. Because when do y'all sleep? Huh? You up all day, outside, howling and screaming, cussing and fighting, no sleep, and doing other things, right? And if it don't apply, let it fly. Don't bother commenting. I told you, when you come over here, you better be grown, or don't come, leave me alone. Okay? Because around here, we say the shit that needs to be said. Plain and simple. Okay? And I'm reaching my people my way. Okay? So now, You had the people that were still hanging out, but it wasn't thick. It wasn't thick. It's so thick now. Like, when do y'all sleep is what I was saying. When do y'all sleep? Because y'all up all day. Yes, y'all are all day y'all up. And in the hood, let me tell you something, in the hood. Anybody living in the hood, especially if you live in a busy hood. The noise starts at about 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay, all through the night, you hearing them. You hearing it. It's like, when do you sleep? No wonder you so revved up all day, because you're not getting no rest. You're not getting proper rest. You're not eating good, many of you. Okay, because you're eating all your food from these corner stores, all that halal. Okay, I would tell you what it really means, but they probably won't even let this go through, so I have to digress and get with me on a private note, if you know me, okay? No, for real. But I'm saying though, it's just like, it's too much. It's just too much. It's too much. It's just too much. That's why we need to start moving different. Y'all got to start moving different, man. For real. Y'all got to start moving different. You know what I mean? If you live somewhere where you're fortunate enough to have a backyard, where you got some trees around, you got some grass around, some dirt around, get them babies out that street, off that concrete, let they little feet touch some dirt so that their organs and all of this, their contact and everything, and even in their little precious call, their mind can, stay intact. Let their feet touch the earth. And they get them out the street, because they seeing too much out there in these streets, man. They are. Okay? They seeing too much out there in these streets. They seeing these brothers walking up and down with no shirts on, little impressionable little girls. Okay? These ain't they daddies. Okay? It's bad enough most of these mamas got them some man walking around their house like that in front of their little daughter. You need a snack. Yeah. And a belt. Yeah. Well. Two to the throat. Yeah. For real. Nah. But, see, I have to come at y'all like this in the video, because, I ain't get my numbers up. But then I'll be leaving. But anyway, staying intact what I'm saying. Yeah, let them kids be out in the backyard, man. They would love that, running around and able to, and keep your backyard up, keep your backyard maintained, and keep it manicured. Keep the grass cut, keep it manicured, keep it safe, keep it proper for the babies. Okay, that way them babies can go back there. They can roll around in that dirt. They can roll around in that grass. If they fall down, you ain't got to worry about them getting all cut up and whatnot. And by you keeping it maintained, you ain't got to worry about them getting all bit up by 1,000 mosquitoes. And, come on. It's time that we start moving different, man. It's time, Stop crying about what they doing, because it's gone. It's gone. They ain't going to bring it back. It's gone. Okay? They shutting all these services. It's gone. So it's time to just start doing things different. Okay? And it starts with just getting it right within our communities. For real. That's how it starts, okay? So let's do that. And on that note, I gotta go. Until next time, y'all know, I come through when I come through. Hit you with some more of that realness. Okay? From your big sis. As always. Because I love you, man. And, what I do, peace. What I do, I love you.